Welcome back or welcome in. I'm Seer Cypher. I am a psychic medium, starseed, light worker, creative intuitive soul that is here in this now moment to deliver you a message. I love to read the tarot, so here I am to deliver you messages. Everything that you need from me will be down in the description box below. If you want to reach out and get a reading, check out my website for my services and my prices, or send me an email. If this message is showing up for you, you can guarantee there is some kind of wisdom in here that your soul wants you to be hearing. Just remember that this is a general message, so just take the bits that resonate, leave behind the rest. I'm trusting that the universe has connected us in this now moment for a very good reason, so let's dive in to this message today. I've already pulled some oracle cards. Okay, we've got a time to go. It's time to go, and deep knowing. Okay. Straight off the bat, I'm getting a lot about intuition here. A lot about intuition. We also have your hard work is paying off with a new moon in Capricorn, which is interesting because we just had a full moon in Capricorn. So that energy is present. And we also have a new moon in Gemini. Communication is the key. And Uranus has just moved into Gemini. So that is also interesting. Let me just relight this incense. And I feel like everyone was feeling, or at least, you know, the collective that I resonate with, feeling the moon a lot. There was a lot of release that was taking place at this full moon. And it's to align us closer with a projection forward. Okay, a time to go. Oops, it's the wrong one. Sorry, just a moment. Time to go. Okay, this talks about endings. It talks about completion. It talks about walking away from something that there is nothing else to learn or experience from. So it really feels like I'm tuning into that as there's a life experience, a journey, a timeline that you have been on for a very long time. You've learned everything that you can. It's served its purpose, and now it's time to move on to the new, which is super exciting. I'm seeing 96, which is a number that really does talk about endings and new beginnings, okay? So you're at the end of one journey but haven't started the new. So this can also be like being in between timelines, which can feel a lot like a void, which is actually very relevant to the astrology that's taking place at this time. It's like we're closing out a lot, and sometimes what can happen in between that phase of something starting is we go into this kind of no man's land of our new inspirations haven't fully surfaced yet. So we kind of sort of sit in this floating void is just how it keeps being shown to me. This is the moment to bless your experience thus far, right? Bless the ups, bless the downs. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on to a new experience and a new way of being. A new you is emerging, okay? There's nothing left here for you to do or experience, okay? In these present circumstances that you are in, okay? Something is really changing here. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in a transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you, and it really feels like destiny, the universe, your soul is calling to you, is leading you here, directing you forward. It really feels like the way forward for you now is purely led through feeling. That's it, right? And the card that I used as a bookmark, because I always feel like these feed into the message, it says looking at life through the eyes of the soul. That's the change. There's a change here. You're going from more of a mind space that guided, chose, dictated, right? And you're moving into the soul being in charge here, okay? Now, with the deep knowing, this is that further confirmation that there is an inner authority, an inner voice, an inner deep presence that is coming up to the surface, that's coming online to guide you, your steps forward from now on, okay? It's about our intuition. It is about listening to the oracle within and allowing that to be our guide. This is about empathy and hypersensitivity. So if this message is showing up for you, if you have been feeling very sensitive, put it in the comments below. Let me know how this is resonating, okay? Because I have really been feeling super sensitive lately. I've been very in tune with my emotions. A lot has been coming up, whether it's just in feeling or releasing in emotions, okay? Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source. It is all paved through the intuition. The consciousness that you are a part of being Source, right? But you cannot see it with the naked eye. So it requires trust, faith, and a belief, okay? It requires a true deep feeling within the self, okay? It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys. It is perplexing. Like, what the hell? You've got like a full navigational system inbuilt into the body, and this system that we are amongst in the world teaches us to believe and follow everything external, when the answer and the guide, the teacher, is within. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines, right? This is the deep knowing, this is the intuition, to find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door towards wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of the human experience. So this is really giving that you are, wow, I'm just really drawn to this card right now. Divine intelligence through Metatron, Archangel Metatron. It really feels like you are being given, accessing this hidden knowledge by being able to read situations, the truth of situations. You're able to see it very easily now because you're feeling it, okay? This is also giving the old situation and circumstances that you were in were served its purpose because it's honed your skills in a way. Take it as it resonates. You've been given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or the five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. See what I mean? You're being given divine intelligence because you're open to receive it, okay? The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. The trick is to listen and to feel how it feels in the body. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing. So tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Whatever you're feeling right now in your physical situation is right, okay? Trust that. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. So yeah, it really feels like the old journey you're leaving because it's helped you hone your skills, but also you're in this phase of expansion where you're opening up to being led. And the bookmark, found your voice, right? You've opened, you've released some kind of like throat chakra dynamic block, okay? Especially with this blue here, right? So with the new moon in Capricorn, okay, this is so fascinating because it really talks about a new start for you that's happening professionally. So Serpentina, hi, do you want to come on my lap? Hey, come on. Just okay, whatever's been going on in your work life, this card is talking about a new start and an improved work cycle. So it really feels like you're leaving hard work behind, okay? It doesn't mean that you're going to slack off or anything like that, right? You're still going to be working towards something, but something that lights you up, something that doesn't feel like work. That's what's coming in here. Because look at this, it says if you're unhappy in your current job, this is a time for something new that's coming online here, okay? Capricorn is the sign of ambition, building, and hard work. The energy is solid, okay? So this card, this lunation, often happens towards the end of a year. So what I'm feeling is it's happening towards the end of a journey for you, okay? And marks the best moment to make a list of your hopes, dreams, ambitions, and intentions for the year ahead. And what I'm feeling for you is to write down a list of what is true wealth to you, what is true abundance to you. Because it's not always money, it's often not money. True abundance might be a fridge that is full of diverse ingredients, because you love to cook. So then you'll always have things to work with and create in your magical kitchen, right? Another one might be living on a piece of land that is in your name, because then there's no, maybe you've had a lot of history of things being taken away from you. So then this possibility is removed, right? Sorry, the possibility of them taking things away from you is removed. Another one might be living on a property with land, right? So that you can take your walks in nature and really view animals in their natural habitat. So you're able to feed wild animals, okay? That could be something that makes you feel abundant. Another one might be immense time to follow your creative passions. It's another one. So sometimes just sitting down and making this list of what true wealth and true abundance is to you helps you know what they are. Because sometimes when we don't even just delve a little deeper, we'll just think it's $1 million. And it's like, it's not really what you're desiring, and that's not really what will make you feel abundant. It's just in this dynamic, money is such an avenue for making things happen. So the money will come when you get clear on the what, right? The universe will bring it in. Yeah. And then with this, communication is key. Oh, and trust in divine timing is the bookmark for that card. So it's like, trust in divine timing. There is a shift coming in your work, and I just saw luck is on your side. So I feel like there is a lucky shift happening here where your work takes off, something kind of expands in your work journey, and it feeds in and allows you to follow your passions greatly, okay? Now, with communication is key, with the Gemini card here, this talks about relationship dynamics around us working through communication, okay? But what I'm really getting for this, there's a new cycle that's starting in how you communicate with the world. There's a new cycle starting in how you communicate with the divine, with the universe, because it's like this deep knowing of what you desire is coming online. There's a new start coming. So there's definitely this old and this new happening here for you. You can feel it, right? And while you're in the void, you're just letting yourself be led each day. You're just following what that feels like. Gemini is the sign of communication and socializing, of ideas and travel, and the energy around it could be very speedy, okay? Gossipy, flirtatious, just very chatty, right? Gemini loves a chat. So one thing to be aware of is sometimes this can feel a little bit scattered as well, being in that void space. So just take it as it resonates. Okay, and we've also got extreme exhaustion. So it really does point that there is levels of tiredness being a part of this, because you've been on a journey for so long, but that part is ending. I feel like a big time of rest is coming in for you, my love. A time to go. Look, the world, a time to go, because the chapter's done. The world signifies a huge ending of a chapter, a period of integration of this old journey, and through that integration we expand hugely. This is an expansion in consciousness. This is an expansion in universal awareness, universal connection, and it came out with the Ten of Cups. Wow. This is the end of a chapter of anything that did not lead you to feel fulfilled. Look, we've got 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this is that exhaustion from the end of a long journey, okay? The journey has been long. It's left you very tired, but you've learned so much from it. You've learned so much from it, my love. Like it's expanded you so greatly in your awareness, in your connection to universal powers that actually lie within, okay? And you're moving into huge fulfillment here, okay? I feel like, see how we're seeing both of their backs here? You're leaving a lot behind, okay? And what you're running into now is huge fulfillment. This is like such great endings happening here, okay? What's this deep knowing about, Spirit? Thank you. Oh, wow. Wow, we've got the Judgment and Justice. This deep knowing is leading you to answer some kind of call, okay? And that's really sort of feeding into this shift and change in your work realm, right? Your work is now changing because you're listening and hearing a call and following that, answering that, and it's creating new balance, because justice is all about achieving a new state of equilibrium in our life, because we've been in a period of looking at our life, assessing what are patterns, right? Becoming aware of what are patterns, becoming aware of things that have always been there. And we've finally woken up to it, and we've cut things out. We've cut things out. We've held ourselves back. We've restrained ourselves from things in order to gain clarity. And the clarity comes in, and therefore more things balance out, okay? Justice is also ruled by Libra, which is the we, okay, which talks about other people. So it feels like there's been a lot of balancing that's had to take place with other people, okay? And your intuition, oh my God, I just saw an owl. Okay, owls are massive right now. Owls are massive. So owls might be a sign of confirmation for you, talking about wisdom, okay? But yeah, with the Judgment, it's like we fully release the old. There's a lot about releasing here, because Judgment is a resurrection. It is a starting point, but it's a starting point from a very elevated position because of what we've already worked through, already accepted, already integrated, okay? And it's just, there's a lot internally happening for you right now. A lot internally, okay? And we've got the Tower at the bottom of the deck, which really talks about this complete ending of old paradigms that were keeping us and making us play small. It's done. Where it's like liberation is what I'm really feeling from this. Liberation, justice, a regaining of our power. You're going to be feeling very powerful soon. Through the exhaustion comes a revitalization. That's what I really feel. Okay. It's a few too many. So what is this new moon in Capricorn? The Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is so beautiful because it really does talk about a period in time where we are letting our intuition guide us, where this is the pioneer energy. There is new enthusiasm, new levels of excitement that are felt from the heart space here as we find new ways of expressing ourselves, expressing our creativity, expressing our spirituality. Okay, there's a very spiritual connection here to what you're doing here, okay? But it really feels like the shift in your work is rejuvenating your heart. It feels like, the Page of Cups really does talk about that wild child, magical energy that we surface, that we access because we're believing in the impossible. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of bravery here. Okay, this new phase that's starting, this new cycle that's starting, is you really being brave in following your heart, honestly. And it's going to pay off. It's paying off for you hugely, because the pages always invite a brand new cycle that's starting, a new phase that's starting. This could be good news as well coming in from creative endeavors. Oh my gosh, I cut to this card, but I didn't take it. 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. This is something being birthed into the physical realm. There's some kind of work dynamic. There's an expansion in your work. There is an expansion. You're birthing some kind of new creative project here. Okay. Look, is it something to do with music? Take it if it resonates. But that is the Page of Wands, which is like, again, that pioneering. There's a lot of pioneering energy here. So you are really facing the unknown. You're really drastically facing the unknown. You're facing fears, okay, with starting this new journey. I just saw the 9 of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. So you're walking into a wish fulfillment. You're walking into things that feel incredibly fulfilling, even though right now at this new phase, you are facing the unknown. Okay, so just relax. You got this. Your deep knowing has this. Whatever your intuition is speaking to you about, okay, you are surfacing new parts of yourself. New parts of yourself you didn't fully expect to even be there. Okay, coming online. It really feels like with the 3 of Pentacles as well, it's like something is birthing into the reality. You're seeing something new. Something is coming on board here, something online. And this is really giving unexpected. Something unexpected is popping up into the physical. It's sprouting. Okay. And it feels like support. It feels like support that comes in, because at the 3 of Pentacles, there's someone that's working on building a cathedral, and there are people that have shown up to give their 2 cents. And what it causes is expansion, because it's not like you're giving your power away to them, but they are so mesmerized by what you're doing that they want to give. They want to give to you. So there's like a gift coming in, because you're surfacing more of your authenticity. What is, let's get a little bit more information on this walking away. What was it? Time to go. Just one of these, Spirit. Look at this. The Sorrow card is coming out. So there may still be some heavy feelings here with what you're closing out with, right? It's not always easy to walk away from things, but you're realizing you're worth walking away from things that don't click. And you are a spiritual warrior. You're a soldier. You're powerful. You've faced a lot here. The last journey built your strength. Your last journey built your armor. Okay. Deep knowing, Spirit. Thank you. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, this last journey, okay, your deep knowing is showing you who and what has been stealing away your energies. Your deep knowing has been revealing these to you. The things that you're rebalancing from, the things that you're resurrecting out of and moving away from, is anything that ever stole from you. Be it people, places, experiences, memories, any of it, right? That thief energy is really just deceit and betrayal. This is ending. This cycle of betrayal is ending. Okay? And what you're opening up to are new friends. Friends that love you. Friends that want to give to you. Friends that want to shower you in appreciation. You're waking up to new friends. You're attracting in new friends here. And look, money. So this past dynamic, this past journey that you've been in, the energies that have been stealing away from you have been through people and your money, okay? those two things have been massively affected by the difficult energies that were present in your old dynamic, okay? The Capricorn card here, Spirit. Thank you. Oh my God, look, it's a reunion. This feels like a reunion. A reunion with, so a reunion within your work. This is love. This is love and happiness and joy and connection coming back into your work environment after feeling very disconnected from work, right? In the past. This is like it's almost like a remembering of like, yes, this is what I want to do. Remembering deep knowing. Following that bravely. The Gemini. Look. This is making space for a new business venture, isn't it? Making space for a new business venture. Because whenever I see the room, it does feel like we're making space, or there's new space. There's new space that's going to be taken up with some kind of business venture. That just wants to keep coming through, okay? Now, let's get a little bit more on these, Spirit. Any extra little messages that want to come out here? Eulogy to the old me. Yeah, so there's a complete old version of you that you're saying goodbye to right now, and that's why you're in the void, in between two timelines, right? Answers are coming, just rest, right? Your deep knowing, your intuition is leading you to find the answers that you need. So you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry at all. Everything is being brought to you because you've done the hard work. Just like the Capricorn card says, the hard work's paying off now, honey. The hard work's done. It really feels like the hard work is over. Like the hard work. The work that you move into is just, it's lighting you up. So it never feels like work. Yes, you still have to show up to it consistently. Still put effort into it. Still put love into it. But it's what you want to do. Right? Ooh, someone here is having a light language activation. This is like dormant DNA being activated. Okay? Dormant DNA being activated. So don't be surprised if you start speaking light language. Love that for you. And I just want to make a little note, okay? You never have to learn light language from anyone. You can just watch people doing light language and it will activate it within you and you will start speaking your own light language. You will know. There's a clear difference between gibberish and light language. But you don't have to ever sound like anyone that already exists. Light language is a language of your own soul and the frequencies you provide within it by making the sounds that you feel led to. So allow your light language to sound however it needs to. You don't need it to sound like anyone else's. Just putting that out there. Okay, so something might be revisiting from the past. Something might be revisiting from the past. Let's just get a little, what's this revisiting from the past, Spirit? Just a card for this revisiting. I mean, I've put it over the reunion, so I wonder if this is someone coming in from the past. Revisiting from the past, grudges, sad about, so feelings, emotions. Okay, so this may be coming up in the void that you're in. Holding on to the past and closed off to the past. So you may be revisiting the past at this time to do that final release. And this can happen in the void because we're still integrating and processing. We're still integrating and processing the end of the chapter. So that makes a lot of sense, okay? So if you are sort of noticing that past memories are coming up, just let them and just do your best to revisit them with strength and love, because they will just, the more that you just allow, the more they'll keep moving, okay? Oh, we've got expect the best case scenario and fireworks. This is super exciting. This feels like the new phase that you're dropping into is immensely exciting. Okay, there's a lot of excitement that comes through with the Gemini placement. So make sure that you are Gemini is ruled by Mercury, okay? So make sure that your mind space is aligned with what you're wanting to manifest. And I did suggest writing out that list, right? So it's about getting on board with just picturing whenever you are daydreaming, daydream about those things that you consider are immense abundance. Look, I said this. The journey from the past really served its purpose. It served its purpose. It honed your skills. You're a shaman, my love. And maybe you're opening up to some kind of healing career. You're a shaman or shamaness. Okay, and this may be what you're opening up to in your career moving forward. Huge change. There's a huge realization. It really feels like that inspiration is going to be surfacing for you soon, okay? You've processed the childhood grief. Maybe you're still doing a little bit of that, right? This is really giving, processing that childhood grief, and it's stepping you. I just got the taste of schnitzels, like a chicken schnitzel. And like, I don't eat meat, but I remember as a kid I did. So maybe you're having a lot of senses come up. I don't know, that was so strange. What? Yeah, the childhood grief that you've gone through and that you are processing is feeding into your strength. So just feel as much as you can right now. New levels of inner harmony here for you, my beautiful angel. And I am going to leave the message here. Actually, inner harmony does really talk about Libra. Libra is the 6th house, which does talk about that harmony on either side. So I'm really feeling that inner harmony is coming through the Justice card. And I feel like justice is being served, delivered from the universe to you because you're answering the call. And now part of the reward is peace and harmony that you have always deserved, my love. So I'm going to leave the message there. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. I appreciate it so very much. Okay, I know which emoji. Do a world emoji in the comments if you watched to the very end, and I appreciate you so very much. If you'd like to get a personal reading, then just head down to the description box below or send me an email. Thank you so much for your likes, for your comments, and for your donations. They warm me up so much. So thank you so very much. I appreciate you, and I'm sending you so much love. Make sure you subscribe to become part of the tribe, and I'll see you in a future video. Sending you love. Mwah.